I'm a little bit naughty. I'm a little bit too consumed.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, my gorgeous model is the beautiful Frances Theodore. So if you want to see how I transform this gorgeous girl to an even more gorgeous damsel, keep on watching. So first off, I'm going to cleanse her face with the Garnier Micellar cleansing water. In case you're feeling her hair, in case I think I did a good job with this install. I'm going to have this in the next video. So the next step right now is to use the Badescu to spray all over her face, which I'm doing right now. Frances was such a doll to make up, my goodness. Like, she was just, her vibes, everything was just awesome. So for moisturizer, I'm using the Wishful Moisturizer from Hudabeauty. That's her skincare line because she has dry skin, so I wanted to properly moisturize her face. Like, this moisturizer is like a jelly moisturizer. So after using the Wishful Moisturizer, I went into foundation, and for foundation I used these two shades from Nars in Macquiz and Moorea. So I mixed the both of them together to get her shade. So I just used the brush, mixed both of them together, and right now I'm buffing it in using the Evita Joseph buffing foundation brush. So I'm just using this to buff this into her face. I know that these days I prefer to use a brush. I realized that I use less products when I use a brush. Am I the only one that thinks that? After using the brush, I go ahead to still use the damp sponge to still blend it, to make sure everything is blended in, to share out the foundation very well so it melts into her skin. Then I'm going into Too Faced concealer in Latte to highlight her face. So I'm blending in using that same beauty sponge I used for the foundation. Guys, it's a miracle that I was able to get this content. Right before I did this makeup on Frances, I was trying to free up space in my memory card and I mistakenly deleted... God. I deleted like 3 different videos from, as in like, gone. So like I broke down. Like I was so embarrassed later on because I was like, God, do you have to show yourself in front of people? Like, my students were there, Frances, my assistants, and I was bawling my eyes out. I wept. I wept. I couldn't believe it. Like, do you know how difficult it is to make content, especially with the fact that I have other jobs that I'm doing? So creating time to make content is a struggle. Like, today I was supposed to put up a vlog from my godson's naming ceremony. Like, everything that's been going on in my life in the past 2 weeks, gone. Memories gone just like that. 2 videos for different clients, gone. Video for my life and luxury hair, gone. I cried. Like, I legit cried for almost an hour. Like, I was just feeling like I wasn't going to be able to achieve anything on that day. But Frances was so sweet, so kind, so patient. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I literally took up her whole day and not once did she complain or squeeze her face or anything like that. Like, she was so positive. She's so polite. Like, I'm just really giving this essay to Frances because, like, if she wasn't the way she was, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have even achieved anything that day. Like, she legit left my house by like 10 p.m. No joke. Like, Frances is also a YouTuber, so you guys should go subscribe to her channel. Not only is she beautiful on the outside, she is beautiful on the inside. You guys will love her. Her personality is top notch, so go subscribe to her channel. So yeah, back to this video. As I was saying, so right now I'm setting her face with Mercier in Honey. That's what I'm using to set the highlighted areas. Then moving on to the rest of her face, I'm using Sephora powder. These new Sephora powders are my new favorites. Like they're so bomb. Like they remind me of Makeup Forever. That their powder that's like freaking expensive. They remind me of them. So I'm just using this to set the rest of her face. Then moving on to contour, I'm using, I'm not sure what I was using, but I think I'm using MAC Dark Deepest to contour her face. Oh no, I'm actually using Sephora also, the older Sephora. I'm using Sephora in Deep. Oh yeah, I'm now going into MAC Dark Deepest because I realized that the Sephora in Deep wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. So I went into MAC Dark Deepest. But for her nose, I'm using the Sephora Deep to contour her nose.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you.
So now onto the brows. Auntie Frances was team don't touch my brows. So I couldn't shipping them. They were bushy as hell. So I just freestyled it. I don't even know that these brows were nice, but I just lightly filled in the brows, very lightly. Like I didn't even highlight. I didn't do anything. Like that's pretty much all I did to the brows. Just lightly filled it in. Use the brow wax to brush it up to set it in place, and voila, that's all I did with her brows. So moving on to the eyes, I'm applying concealer all over her eyes. I think this is Zickel in nude. Yeah, I'm using Zickel nude concealer to conceal all over her eyes. Then I'm going to go ahead to set it with powder. So now I'm using the Fenty Stunner lip stain to draw the liner. This look was inspired by Sarah He. Who else loves Sarah He as much as I do? Like when I saw this look, I was like, I'm definitely going to recreate it. So I'm just using a very precise angled brush to, this one is from Evita Joseph. I'm using this to draw the wing liner. Just imagine that you're drawing a cut crease, then you wing it at the end. So that's pretty much the look. Then imagine that you're also lining the eyes. So you line the eyes up and you line it on the way you normally do a wing liner and make both of them join together. So that's pretty much the eyeliner look. So before I move on to the studs, I'm using the same powder. Okay, no, I'm using translucent now. Translucent setting powder from Laura Mercier to bake. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm using Ojuoge. I don't know if I pronounced that well, but Ojuoge. That's the name of the lash glue I'm using right now. It's a clear lash glue, so that's what I'm going to be using as the adhesive for the studs. So I just put tiny drops everywhere I wanted to put the studs. Then now I'm using my tweezers to pick the rhinestones. These rhinestones are very cheap, like you can get them in the market. They're the really small ones, so I'm just using the tweezers to pick it and drop it on the areas where I put the clear lash glue. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that's all I did on the eyes. It was actually a quick look. So now I'm dusting off the setting powder under her eyes from the baking. Then for blush, I'm using the Mood Beauty palette, that orange shade. That orange shade is like my favorite blush ever. I use it on myself, on my clients. I've run out of how many of these Mood Beauty eyeshadow palettes for this particular color. I love it, love it, love it. So now I'm using a black pencil to line her waterline. Ooh, girl. Then I'm using Hudabeauty Legit Lashes Mascara on her bottom lashes. Moving on to the lips, I'm starting off with this Aisha lippy from Soopro Cosmetics. I'm going to use this to line her lips. To fill in the lips, I'm using the same lippy I used on her eyes, the Fenty Uncensored. I'm just putting this everywhere. Ooh, fire girl. This guy's a vibe. Forget, she has a special place in my heart. So now I'm going into the Kiss Beauty setting spray to set all over, to set her face. For highlighter, I'm using the Beautybyad. Okay, no, I'm using the Mood Beauty. What highlighter did I use? Yeah, the Beautybyad in Heroine. Then on top of that, I put Men from Nuban Beauty as my topper. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. The next video is going to feature the install and how I achieved the hair. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to leave Frances' Instagram, YouTube, the link to all the products I used, everything you need to know. I'm going to leave it in my description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.